Good morning, trading world. It is March 15th, 2021, and it is close to 10 minutes to 8 a.m., about an hour and a half before the cash open. And this is my morning pre-market outlook. Gotta have a plan on where and what to do before it happens. Let's get started. The topic for the day: can the music keep playing? With rates rising, stimulus starting to stimulate, can we go for and break through another all-time high? On the SPY, as you can see, looking at it here, we have a decision area right here. We're going to call it the 393 area. If we can hold this area of support, then we can bounce up and we can continue fighting higher and go towards breaking that new all-time high. That's going to be the outcome number one that we're looking at. Holding this 393 area, bouncing up, and then heading towards that new all-time high. Not very sure if we get it today, but we're going to head towards it, and maybe sometime this week we will get there. So that is outcome number one. Outcome number two sees us getting back to this area and actually breaking through. If we break through that support, look for us to kind of consolidate or bounce anywhere between here and here. These are two support areas that may hold, give us a bounce back up for a retest before we head back down. And this would be pretty much a consolidation move, because we would probably bounce between this area for a while. Possibly a couple time or two today and maybe through the week. But that's going to be outcome number two. If we don't hold this 393 support and we drop down and test these lower supports here, which will give you a great shorting opportunity somewhere between here, this 394 area and 395 area. So those are going to give you good short opportunities somewhere in there. You want to make sure to watch your indicators for divergence, coming back toward the highs, but indicators not validating those highs. And then you have outcome number three, which we saw play out similar to what happened on, what was it, Thursday or Friday, where we begin, first of all, we have to support here. We can't break that support, and we begin to get a bunch of tests here going into this area, and at some point we get an explosive burst through the area that'll jump us up and take us toward that 400 area, essentially making a new all-time high. Could happen, may not happen today, may happen later this week, but these are the things that you want to look for playing off of this 393 area. So if that 393 supports this will be a great place to take a long and sit back and wait for us to try to break that high. But you want to be quick on your stop. You don't want to leave profits on the table because it can reverse quickly. Either here at this 395 area, or if we get that explosive burst, be careful once we reach that 397 to 400 area, because those are two places where volume will start to thin out and we could get that reversal then. But for now, the music's still playing. Let's enjoy it and keep going and ride this wave up while the stimulus checks are flowing. Let's see, other things to look at. Key things that's going to kind of give us a telltale sign when we get to these areas. You want to keep your eye on the TNX, the 10-year rate. If we break above 1.642, if we break above that, that'll definitely give us a little palpitation in the market and give us a drop back down, a quick drop back down, and we'll flow and test these lower supports. That rate keeps rising. Same with the bonds. Bonds are on its lower end of the spectrum. If they break below and through 155.12, that will also make the market angry, and we'll see a drop in the overall market as well. I'll also be watching to see if rotations continue to happen and where they're happening to and from. Bringing up rotations, there's also an interesting play happening in the IWM right now. I've seen some hesitations in the IWM, which means rotations. People might be starting to rotate out of that area. And I'm going to keep an eye on the level 234.43. Above that on the IWM starts to make me look for shorts on the IWM. So if we can get there and we get into a overbought condition, that may make a good short on the IWM. So those are the things that I would be looking for. Again, I'm going to place the highest weight on outcome number 1 on the SPY. I think we continue on this pace upwards with all the things that we have coming right now. I give that the highest probability today, which is 50%, that we hold the 393 area and we push higher, chugging along. Hold this area and we keep chugging along a little higher and a little higher here is what I believe will happen today, and that's what I'll be planning for. More than likely by maybe taking a call here and being very quick if we hold that 393 area. But again, on the long side up here, I'm not holding anything overnight. I don't trust it to hold anything overnight right now. We're just too far up in the clouds for me to trust holding any long overnight right Even with the rotations, finding the rotations, all the risk is pretty much to the downside, so be very careful. And probably the most prominent play I'll be looking for the first couple of days of this week is probably the short on IWM. As always, know your risk, be careful, and wishing you a profitable trading day. Have a good one.